give me 1 second.
22 units, 22 citywide, being shots fired, ticket 9653 South Halsted, 9653 South Halsted, Martin calling in, unknown offender has been shot at his vehicle in traffic. No injuries, but complainant's vehicle was struck. Offending vehicle is a light blue SUV, possibly a Ford Escape. He was scared to get the address of location, and I'm assuming he's waiting somewhere nearby the service of location, but it's on activity.
4719.
4719.
Give a number for an Alcheck to Brown Light at Western.
10768, 10768.
99, thanks.
You're welcome.
Marine 5, Citywide 1.
And
Hey, squad, can we have 2 event numbers, Homeland Security check of main event, Chicago River, second Chicago Box, please.
I got 10826 and 10829.
10-4, thank you. 4650.
4650.
Yeah, squad. So one of my cars on the way home was involved in a traffic accident in River Grove at 2520 North First Avenue. So obviously River Grove is responding, but is there a way we can get the tow for that vehicle, a city tow?
That's a great question. Let me call someone who might have the answer for that. But before we do that, let me gather a little bit of information from you.
And also, show me responding at 2520 North First Avenue in River Grove.
All right, what unit was involved in the accident?
Give me 1 second. 4650.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4641 boy. That's beat number. I don't have the outside number yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna need. So is that a marked or unmarked unit?
I believe that's a marked unit. Give me 1 second. But it's a 9397, blue and white.
All right, marked unit 2520 North First Avenue in River Grove. I need your last name, sir.
Last name?
Your last name, sir.
Sergeant Percinovic, Turcinovic. Car number 2012.
I need the report number from River Grove. Has River Grove arrived from the scene yet?
No, they're on the way there, so we'll get that to you once we're done.
All right, what type of damage does the vehicle have?
Looks like front end damage, so nobody's injured.
And that vehicle's not drivable, right?
No trouble.
The officer or you, whoever's going to be on scene, I need a phone number.
You can have my number, 773-575-6071.
Okay, stand by on Citywide 1. I'm going to call this in for you. You know what, typically we would do this on Citywide 3, but it's okay. I'll take care of it. Call it in, make sure I got all the information I need.
What's up, everybody? We're in downtown Chicago, Streeterville at 6:26 p.m. SubX.News live on the spot reporting. You're listening to some radio calls going back about half hour. You're going to listen to a covert operation now on the south side. They're monitoring 2 subjects. I don't know what they're wanted for. It might be murder, might be homicide, but you'll hear that in a few hear how they're surveilling some people, all right? That's what you can hear. It's coming up in about probably about 4 radio calls.
All right, upper is 10944, 10944. Lower is 10947, 10947.
10-4, thank you.
You're welcome.
PH2, Citywide 1.
PH show.
PH2, you show us up and en route.
Where are you going?
We're going to be going over to Taylor Zone. Stand by. PH2 is 5703 C. Charlie on the air.
5703 Charlie on Citywide 1.
5703 Charlie, I can hear you.
We're a couple minutes out.
10-4. Let me know when you're overhead. At that point, we're going to have a car just do a drive-by because the driver door is open, and they're going to see if they can get a positive ID. And if the guy gets spooked, they're just going to keep driving and let you follow, or, take the lead and follow the car.
Yeah, copy. You got a good location for me?
Target vehicle is on 70th between Sangamon and Peoria, facing east on the south side of the street.
All right, copy that. We don't want any ground units respond to that area of 70th and Sangamon and Peoria. Give me a vehicle description, and again, no ground units.
Yes, it's going to be a black Dodge Avenger with a spoiler. It's got an Indiana temporary tag of Tom 093092. And just to reiterate, we're not looking for any police assistance over here, no ground units. We just want to conduct the surveillance on this vehicle. To anyone listening on Citywide 1.
Alright, 10-4. PH2, that event number is going to be 10979, 10979. And again, we don't need any ground units over there, only the helicopter.
It's a private offset. 4650, he looks the information. He doesn't want to be around. 4650, you got me?
4650 Adam. Sorry, Slide. 4650, I can relay it. What do you need?
I'm sorry, 4650 Adams, he took the information, please, so it's going to be a while.
Okay, I'll let 4650 know.
922 units and 9 units on the citywide are taking shots fired. 4446 South Palmas, 4446 South Palmas. Caller reporting 4 gunshots. Nothing further. 9 districts on 13 stations clear.
Yeah, PH2, I copy that. The passenger's on the driver's side of the car right now. Has a jack. He's in the middle of the street. Looks like he's going to get ready to jack the vehicle up.
Would be great. You're saying he's jacking up the vehicle?
Not yet, but he pulled the jack out of the vehicle. He's by the driver front wheel and the driver door right now, so I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, second subject out of the car. Looks like M1, brown boots maybe, a colorful jacket with maybe a big letter on the back. It's going to be black, yellow, orange. It's going to have like maybe the letter D or something like that on the back. All right, looks like he's got a goatee, do-rag on, white t-shirt. This is your driver. Yeah, hood's open on the car right now.
If somebody wants 5700 Adam, we can send you a picture of that driver. We got a good look at it.
Police helicopter 2, this might work out really well when we have that car pull up on it. If the guy does run, you're ahead, and we're all forming. We have a perimeter with Cobra cars. So if it is a positive ID, and it will be on the driver with that Detroit Tigers jacket. Right now, it is not a positive ID, but hopefully we'll get one there.
All right, Captain, I don't know if you want to have that ground unit do another pass by. I think 5700 Adam or Potts was going to send you a photo as well. Just let me know. We're standing by. And PH2, I'm over with 5703 Charlie.
So that's the surveillance you're listening to. That's pretty recent. That's 623 that call came in. It's happening right now. 70th and Sangamon.
6703 Charlie on Citywide 1.
That's an active investigation.
PH not answering.
10-4. I got a second vehicle that's just pulled up behind him. I'm not sure if it's related. It doesn't look like it is. So it's non-factor. Disregard this second vehicle.
All right, boy.
PH, be advised, the passenger is walking away. The passenger is now walking westbound. That's 70th and Sangamon right now. 70th and Sangamon at the corner. Turning south. 7385, Charlie.
7385, Charlie.
Can I get 2 event numbers for Roosevelt Red Line, upper and lower?
PH2.
Page 2. Page 2, you coming in? 7385, Charlie. For lower, take 11422, 11422. And for upper, take 11417, 11417.
4, thank you.
Well,
7385 boy.
7385, boy.
Can I get 2 numbers for the Chicago Red Line, upper and lower, please?
Upper take 11431, 11431. Lower take 11434, 11434.
7370.
7270.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get a safe ride event mission number for Red Line South from SubX to 95th Street using 85 David, 85 Frank, and 85 George?
Stand by.
7383, Charlie.
Stand by. All right, 7370, take 11456, 11456.
Ma'am.
Welcome.
7383, Charlie.
7383, shot.
There's one for upper, one for lower. Red Line at Roosevelt.
All right, Charlie, for upper, take 11465, 11465, lower 11467, 11467.
And PH2 citywide, 1, you show us back at base.
All right, PH2 back in base.
We're all caught up on radio calls. We're up to date right now. So whatever you hear is going to be happening as it's happening. I go backward about half hour, 45 minutes. So that's what we did. So there's an active investigation on 70th and Sangamon. I don't know what those guys did. But usually when the helicopter's involved, it's a felony. It might be a homicide vehicle or it might be a carjacking vehicle. We're in downtown right now. We're going south on Wabash. It's 6:35 p.m. April 17, 2025. SubX.News reporting. Most days, you're just going around checking things out. That's how it is. There ain't too much excitement most days. There's probably some stealing and stuff like that. There was a bunch of guys smoking weed over here on Clark and Lake about an hour ago. I'll go check that out. I'm pretty sure it's out of that McDonald's over there. You know where the McDonald's is at? There on Clark. They sell drugs out of there and all of that stuff. So we'll see. We'll go check it out. Right now, we'll go check the regular spot here on Dearborn. Most likely, nobody's going to be out there. Might be underneath. When it rains, they'll be underneath the train tracks over there by Pritzker Park. They might be in the library. I haven't done a tour of the library. One day I might come early. Maybe start my live feed at 4. I got to figure out how to make the live feed on my, put some pocket or something. And just go through the whole library and just do a live feed from the library. You know what I mean? Because I hear it's a really, really bad place right now. There's Mondos in there. There's drug addicts. There's homeless people. There's criminals in there. I even heard they might do drugs in there inside of the library. So I'm going to go check it out one day. I spent a couple of hours in there just fooling around. I just haven't figured out how to do the live feed. That's the one thing I haven't figured out. I can do a tape it and then post it, but I don't like that, right? I do that with some things if I need a good picture, because live feeds are not the best picture sometimes. But I write a live feed that way, it's time stamped. There's no ambiguity or no question of when I did it, how I did it, and all of that. That's why I play the radio calls. you can backtrack my videos through the radio calls. Kind of get it? So it's timestamped. There's a lot of people that post old videos, doctored videos. There's AI videos now. A lot of videos are not from the people that post them. I try to post, hey, this is not my video, this is Critter's video, or this is this guy's video. I just repost the video, just share it, those kinds of things, right? And that's why I talk on my videos, so you can hear my voice, so you know this is my video, right? I'm making this video. I'm not taking this video from other people, right?
Units in the 12th
And pretending it's mine.
battery in progress, Western and Cortez and Western. Cars with 4 people are fighting in the alley. 2 brides and 2 grooms. Guess they stole his money. Oh, none further.
And we all use each other's videos. That's not the point. But when you're acting like it's your video, then that's another thing, right? That's the problem. And that doesn't, oh man, they cleaned that guy out right there. See, there should be a guy sleeping there. They cleaned him out. Guy was, no, he's still in there. Look.
2385 Eddie.
Still there, right?
7385 Eddie.
And event number, please.
So guy sleeps right there, right?
Upper or lower?
Alright, upper is 11531, 11531. Lower up 11532.
So there's a guy that sleeps in the doorway of a building, which is pretty dangerous. Imagine that. So imagine it was someone sleeping in front of your front door and you needed to get out. What would you do? Happens all the time here in downtown. There's guys right here, you'll see. I think there's guys that started coming back over here. There you go, see? That's State Street right in front of us. That's a guy right there. He sleeps there. See the guy, right? There's a guy sleeping right there. The homeless are back on Ida B. Wells over here by the abandoned Robert Morris University. 6:40 p.m., April 17, 2025. So there you go. The guy sleeping here by the abandoned Robert Morris University, right here. That's it. All building is abandoned. I don't know why they just don't let him stay in there, right? There you go, right? You gotta sleep there. It's boarded up. They busted out the window. That's the way it goes, right? That guy usually sleeps on the other side, on the north end of this building. That guy right there. But as you see, the mayor talks a lot, says, give me more money, give me more money, give me more money. And nothing is solved. There you go. That's right here. This guy right there, that's State Street. There you go. I don't know what to say. I don't know how we run a city like that. I mean, the building's abandoned. This building's abandoned. It's like a 5 or 6 story building. The guy can sleep in there, open up a floor. That used to be a city. They used to have city offices in there. The water department was in there. ComEd was in there. I mean, the city can take over the building as a government agency, as some... But they don't. Instead, they let the guy sleep outside and they play whack-a-mole with the guy, right? They chase him around every so often. Kind of silly, right? It's gonna get worse, you'll see. Mark my words. If it don't, then I'll buy everybody some White Castles. Now you can say, see, it's all hunky-dory, it's beautiful, John. You're just one of those doomsday guys, man, with the basement full of, World War II food rations. Okay, that's good. And I was wrong. I don't mind admitting I'm wrong. But here, this is why it's going to get worse. We have people coming in from the east and west coast moving into Chicago. And I talked about this. This is about the gentrification of the entire city. Like Dollop Coffee.
Unit 18 in the citywide is battery in progress. I don't know what store this is. 678 North Wells, 678 North Wells. The trespasser is hitting people. Male black beanie, colorful hat, light colored pants. Nothing further, zone for clear.
So people, the West Coast has what? Natural disasters. East Coast is what? Crowded and dirty and expensive. So what they're going to do is they're coming here to Chicago because it's cheap and it's relatively safe.
7304 North.
Relatively.
I get 2 event numbers in 95th, so it's a please.
And that's why they're cleaning out certain parts of the city, like Fulton Market District is gentrified the last 10 years, right?
Alright, for North, take 115, A6, 115, A6.
That's why East Pilsen is gentrified. If you go to East Pilsen, right there by Halstead, you go look at it. That's all office buildings in those old factories. They're not condos, they're office buildings. There's some condos and townhomes. Some of those townhomes are $1 million. They're right by Halstead. Go right by Walsh School. You know where Walsh School is over there? Walsh Elementary? I think that's on Canalport. Go look up those houses, how much they are. There's actually, in those old factories, there's businesses in there. I think Blue Cross Blue Shield has a building in there. So what they're doing is they're pushing people out of certain areas, and that's why you see more Hispanics in Inglewood, because Hispanics are being pushed out of where? Pilsen. They're not being pushed out of Little Village. The Little Village is packed. It's crowded. You can't build those high-rises in Little Village.
Burglary in progress, 9314 South Cherry. Caller says the homeowner called and said he sees someone inside of his home. I have no description. District zoning.
We just haven't figured out what they're doing here in downtown, right? Why they put all the migrants here and cleaning up. But I think what they're doing is getting rid of the old landlords, the old Jewish guys, the old Italian guys, the old Irish owners. And they want to flip some of these buildings on there. And you know what's going to happen in downtown? They're going to be apartments here, right? And it's going to be the safe zone. Why is it the safe zone? It takes time and effort to get to downtown, and as Mayor Lightfoot showed, you can actually raise the bridges and keep people out. There's only a few points of entry into downtown if you raise the bridges. So it's going to be a safe zone. What does that mirror? It mirrors the castle. The castle has a moat and a bridge. You got it? It's the old-fashioned way. So we're going all the way back to medieval times where the rich, the connected, the people who have authority or power, whatever you call them, are going to live safely in the center of cities, center of urban places, or in other neighborhoods where they're going to be protected, and all the rest, then the next layer will be workers. The workers that work for those people or service those people. Then on the outskirts will be factory, low-wage workers, and everybody else. Naturally, there'll be some poor people and some drug addicts and all that inside the inner city so people can feel not so guilty, right? That's that, what do you call it, validation complex or whatever. There's all psychological terms for that. Now, that's what you're witnessing here, right? That's what you're witnessing, why they're allowing certain things to happen in certain areas. That's the macro kind of an idea of what's happening. That's why they let gang violence happen. That's why they let the 13-year-old get shot last night on a CTA train, right? They allowed that to happen, right? So, yeah, the city allows that. Go look up how many major cities in the world, Paris, London, all of those, Moscow, besides terrorist attacks, have regular violence on their public transportations from juveniles shooting each other. We just had a quadruple murder, didn't we, on the Blue Line? The one that they said happened in a suburb, but it actually happened in Chicago.
All right, are you ready?
Now you know how they manipulate the statistics, right?
841
So let's keep moving here, right? That's enough of me talking. There ain't drug dealing out here, are they?
0345.
Again, you can agree with me, disagree with me, I could care less. If you got some ideas where I should look at, what should I do, then send them my way. We might go to the west side today, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll be here.
What was that? What did they talk about?
4650.
That's 4660.
4650. Show me on scene here at in River Grove.
Okay, so what you on saying?
Also, you wanted the report number earlier?
Yep.
All right, are you ready? 841-744-930345. That's River Grove Police Department traffic crash report.
So what?
That's a Chicago police vehicle got
Just
in
make
an
sure
accident.
someone stays on the key until the tow truck arrives.
Yeah, we'll be here on 4650.
River Grove.
That's 4660.
Oh, 4.
Alright, just make sure someone stays on scene with the key until the tow truck arrives.
Yeah, we'll be here on 6.
$43.20.
3320. Can you show me responding to the job on 62nd, please?
Okay, so what?
To the units in 18 in the citywide, a criminal damage to property in progress, 680 North Lakeshore Drive, Unit 617. Her neighbor is banging on the door and still on scene. Nothing further than report.
You know what? Why don't we go north?
123 units and one in the citywide, a theft in progress at H&M, 1135 South Delano Court East. People are stealing from H&M, male and female in their 40s. Ask for Manny. Nothing further than report.
It's right here. Why don't we go over there? H&M. You know where that's at? Delano Court, right? We're going to go right over there. That's right down the street. We let this black, whatever it is, Escalade go, right? Go to Delano Court. Oh, come on, my brother. With your fancy-ass car, man. All right, we're going to Delano Court. There's just male and female stealing from H&M right over here. I figured it out. A lot of the people come from the red. We might do a red line tour. Maybe we'll do that after this H&M call. Maybe we'll check out Roosevelt if they're doing any drug dealing there, and not go track the red line all the way up north to Howard. And then we might come down maybe Cicero, or maybe we'll come down Laramie from up north, and then we'll cut across Lake. And that'll give us a few hours. We'll see what's going on, right? It seems like the rain stopped, so it's wild weather. Cold, rainy, wet. Hopefully everybody's having a good afternoon. Staying safe. Planning your weekend.
Units in 16 and citywide getting a person with a gun. 5624 was Henderson. 5624 was Henderson. Caller states a male Hispanic in a white hoodie was seen showing a gun near that location. Zone 1, District 16 clear.
What's up, Brian? What's up? There's probably some people stealing over here. In Delano Court. Icon Theaters, that closed down. I think they opened up another theater there. Some other company took it over. I like those theaters over there. You know where I'm talking about, right? On Roosevelt? I don't get those buns, man. That's like girl stuff, isn't it? Those buns, isn't that how girls wear their hair? I don't get that, man. It's like weird, man. I don't know, but who knows? To each his own, right? There you go. I just put my blinker on and that lady sped up. Oh, she's from Indiana. She needs to get home. She's scared there, right? I have my blinker on. She sped up in front of me. That one right there, that white car right there. There's a white lady in there from Indiana. Look up. You can look at their faces and know they're scared.
4713.
1713.
Can you show me responding to that call in 8, I believe it's on 62nd, please?
Yep, I'll put you on it.
99, thank you.
We're going to theft in progress at the H&M store here, so we're going to see what happens. Let's see, yesterday it was the baby stealing. Remember that? The two ladies with the strollers and the babies were stealing the merchandise out of Five Below. I don't get, man. I get stealing. I get it. If you need to steal to make money or feed yourself, I get it. But at what point does that stop, right? At what point do you realize, yeah, maybe I should figure out another way to get money, because stealing is probably not the best way to get money. And then you're stealing, and what are you actually making, right? I mean, how much does stealing get you? I know those big ones, the crash and grab, those are organized. They make a lot of money off those. They pay those guys, I think, per piece or per load. I don't know, right? You know, that's all organized. Those crash and grabs are big gangs, right? No, we're going over here to somebody stealing at the H&M over here.
Yeah, can we get a lunch at all set, Jackson?
All right, take 11708, 11708.
Then we'll go down and check the drug dealing.
Came over from the 19th district. Got a person down at the red line in Addison. To the female passed out outside of the station. You got fire rolling. Anybody can take a look.
Addison red line overdose.
I don't have anyone at Addison. The only car held up north is at Howard.
All righty.
And there's no police available. That's what you just heard. There's an overdose, Addison red line, and there's no one available to go. There you go. The cops are right here, right? There you go. On site, stealing. There you go. All right. Stealing from the H&M store. Looks like they left. They don't have nobody in custody, right? SubX.News on the spot reporting, 6:55 p.m. over here at the H&M store. Report of somebody stealing over here out of that store there, right? We'll see this lady. She's going to try to kick me out of my parking spot, right? Let's see, right? Where we go? What's up? Did you arrest them people?
Nah.
What were they stealing? You know, downtown there was two ladies with babies. Their babies are grabbing it and putting it into the carriages. That's the new thing. You never had that one? And then when the cops came, they didn't even arrest them. You know, most of the time they don't arrest them. They're yelling at the cops. Like they let them go.
If I can just get you to pull up.
How far? Tell me when to stop. So I don't get in on that. I don't want to wreck this car in front of me.
Y'all good.
Am I good?
Y'all good.
Alrighty. I didn't put you on camera. You know, there's a bunch of people watching. Mostly I'm from the suburbs. They're scared from the city. It's like a show for them. You know what I mean? Hey, did they open the theater? Because I know they closed it, the Icon, right? Is it open back?
Hopefully it'll be opening up like the beginning of May.
I love this place. I always brought my kids here. I love that place. It's great.
Yeah, Icon was a pretty good.
Oh, I love that. The VIP section's up there. Oh, that was nice. And yeah, I love that stuff already.
It was very cozy.
Oh, yeah, that's great. You guys got a nice place here. Hopefully you don't have no more teen trends, huh?
Hopefully.
It's a nice spot.
It's going to be a teen attraction.
It's all right. You got to give those kids something to do, right?
Have to.
All right, there you go. It looks like the police are leaving here, everybody. Everything's hunky-dory here. Nothing bad happened. There you go. That was the security we were just talking to, okay? There you go, right? There you go. No, here was a report of a theft. So that's that. The label on this video on Citizen should be report of a theft over here at H&M. Maybe it was a vehicle struck a pedestrian, I don't know, but I know it came over on the radio as a couple stealing, a male and a female stealing from H&M. So take it easy. We hear anything else from this area, we'll log in. Again, SubX.News on the spot reporting, 6:58 p.m. Delano Court, there's Sears Tower there. Report of a man and woman stealing. No one was arrested, no one's in custody. All right. You guys ready to keep rolling or what? Let's go, right? That's how it goes. It's a nice view there. You see that there? That's the Sears Tower over there. They got roof decks and patios here. You know why, right? So they don't have to be down with the peasants. All these places have roof decks. I told you, what did I tell you in downtown? The castle idea, right? That remember, the kings and the queens, the high nobility, were in the inner part of the castle with the tower, right? Then there was some trusted servants and workers and the armory, right, were inside of that area, right? So there was multiple layers to a castle, right? And that needed you to get a moat into there, right? There might have been some food people in there, whatever, some servants, maybe some merchants, some. Outside of the castle was what? Artisans. They didn't let those people in the castle, right? The guy that builds the sword, you don't want him in the castle, right? You got your swords from him, and that's it. That's the point, right? And then the last layer was whoever, right? That wasn't connected to anything, right? Alright, so where are we gonna go? Why don't we do this? Well, it's 7 o'clock. What we can do, what time is sunset? We might do the sunset yet. And we'll go up on top of the Home Depot over here, do a sunset just to mark the time. Because I think that's what we agreed we were gonna do, me and Trina, right? Trina is one of our followers. So it kind of grounds us. You kind of get it? Let's see what time is sunset. And then we'll move. Like I said, I think what we're going to do is the Red Line tour today. We'll do a North Side Red Line tour. That's what I'm thinking. Again, I think we'll go over here. We might check out the Tent City over here on Rubo. They had a machete fight over here the other night. We'll check those guys out. Then we'll head on over here to the drug dealing, if they're doing any drug dealing over on here in the Red Line. Then we'll work our way up the Red Line, right? Through the city. We'll go all the way up to Howard, see what's happening in Howard. That'll take us up until about 8:30 maybe. And then I might stop the video there, and I might get something to eat up there. I don't know what I'll do. And then I'll start up the video maybe from the west side, right? I'll cruise down, what did I say? Laramie, maybe Central, so on the last edge of the city there, right? Austin is so-so. Austin goes through certain areas. We'll see. So I'll go Howard, across, then I'll come down. Now, if something happens like a crime or something like that, then the plans change. All right, let's see. Sunset Chicago. And usually the time pops up. Today's sunset, it's at 7:34 p.m. What's that? Who's this Nick Stuffs? Oh, hey. Bye, motherfucker. That's how life goes. There's no reason to come to my page to insult me. Got that? You can say you don't agree with me. You can say what I say you don't agree with. You can talk about what we're doing. But if you come here to insult me, I don't need to deal with that. This is my page. Get the fuck out of here. Imagine this. Think about this. You have a party in your house. And you know what? We'll give you a little leeway on family members, because you got to have a little patience with family members, right?
5949 South Carolina. Two people are trying to break into the rear of the house for sale. Nothing further.
You have a party in your house, whatever. It's a family/friend thing. I don't know what it is. It isn't like formal, like for Christmas or Thanksgiving. It might be, who knows. But people say, hey, can I bring some people over or do whatever? And you got a nice basement. You got a liquor thing in there, right? A bar. You got my yard or whatever you got, right?
Get a number for upper and lower at Howard Red Line, please.
And
Upper take 11822, 11822. Lower take 11823.
And whatever, and like I said, you deal with your family. You know your family issues, right? Everybody has family issues, right? Everybody does. You deal with whatever you need to do with some family. If you have too many issues, you don't invite them over because you know bad things are going to happen, right? Whatever. Or you don't get along, or they owe you, or they burned you, whatever. I got that with my family. I don't invite them over to my place. I don't. With a couple of my family members, my brother and my sister and my mom, I'm okay. With my dad and my other brother, yeah, it's so-so. If they needed help, I'd help them, but I ain't their friends. You kind of get it? We're not chums like that. So you have this party. Some people bring their significant others. Some people bring some friends, whatever. It's a picnic. Maybe it's a picnic. It's a nice picnic. You got a nice place. You drinking beer, whatever you're doing, right?
3313.
Pacific Garden Missions.
I got 3315. You can show myself and 3335. I'm seeing over here in the 8th district.
All right, I'll put you on.
And you got some guy or a woman or whatever it is, and they come and they start insulting you. They said you're stupid. Like, what? What's that? Oh, he's just that way. Right? That's what people say on my live feeds. Oh, he's that way. Don't worry about it. He's nice. Whatever. Or don't worry about it. Ignore it, right? You don't think none of it. Maybe the dude's a little high or drunk or she is weird or something like that. Whatever, right? So then you see them going through your cabinets. Huh? And you say, yeah, don't do that. And they're like, yeah, F you. You're stupid. What would you do with that person? Would you allow them in your house? Would you allow them in your yard? Would you allow them to be around you and it's your place? You don't. Well, that's the same thing with social media. This is my place. It's my page. It's not a public page. Facebook is not public. It's a private company. This is a private page on Facebook. That's what it is. Is it public open? Yeah. There you go. Did I ever show you guys these? There you go. There's some nice murals here, right? There you go. See that there? Yeah, right? That's Jordan and paint, right? I just want to show you that. We're going to go check out this tent city over here on Rubel. So you wouldn't allow that. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not gonna allow it. In the old days, certain things, I have some patience, whatever, or whatever it is. But as I'm getting older, maybe I'm cranky. I don't know what it is. But it's like, yeah, why am I allowing somebody here? First of all, I'm not going to allow it. That's the first thing. Secondly, I do what I posted, I think 2 days ago. That might have been yesterday. I don't understand the mental illness of a person like that. Why do you come to a place? That's what I mean. Why would you go to somebody's house, right? Where they're having a party and then you insult them? That don't even make sense to me. If you go to certain parties in certain places, that might not end up too good for you. You kind of get where I'm going with that? I completely don't understand that kind of a mentality, right? Why somebody would act that way. It's like a bizarre behavior of somebody that's mentally ill. It doesn't, if you don't like something, then why would you go there, right? If you don't like me, or if you don't like that bridge, if you're a vegetarian, why do you go to McDonald's that has hamburgers, right? That doesn't make sense. They're in business to sell hamburgers, so why do you go to the McDonald's and say, hey, you need to give me a vegetarian? That don't make no sense. Go to a vegetarian store, right? That's like a weird thing, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. But hey, I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know that stuff, right? So there you go. That's a little tour here, right? This used to be a nice little spot. I told you guys about this spot, right? Where that bridge goes up and down. So, 7:34. We got to watch the time. We'll mark the time somewhere. Make sure we mark the time. Yeah, but I'm not going to tolerate that, so. Sorry, if I keep going over that wheel, that's the way it goes. Oh, and there's a bunch of people that don't like me, the teachers union, right? And unionists. Bob Ryder from the Chicago Federation of Labor, that bootlicking, backstabbing guy. He's the president of Chicago Federation of Labor, but lives in Lamont. The teachers union president, Stacey Davis Gates, who's from South Bend. She don't like me. Oh, what's his name? Montgomery? I ain't got no problems with Montgomery at the IFT. He's okay. He doesn't bother me. He just listens to Stacey, so. And Jackson Pottery don't like me. So they got a bunch of people. Those guys got a bunch of people that they don't like me. And there's like a lady, Nora Flanagan, a white supremacist from Mount Greenwood. They usually send, she's all tattooed up and pierced up, got white supremacist tattoos on her. And she now is she's trying to make amends for her supremacy ideas, trying to pretend that she's changed her ways, you know, so. Oh yeah, she admitted it, that she was a white supremacist, right? If I had my van, I'd take that wood apart for the ranch. That's a nice stash there. See that here? Let me show you. How you tell it's nice? You see that? It doesn't have mold on it. See that there? That's a little older, but why these are good here is got the long pieces. What are those? 8-footers right there? And those slats are good. You know, I'm building something, right? Over at my ranch. Free pallets. See, this is the other end of that place here, right? See that there? See those nice, you can come here, you can take some pictures, right? If you do that, right? I don't know if you do mural pictures, right? This is East Pilsen, that's what this is called. I told you guys, right? These are very expensive places now. This is East Pilsen, that's what it's called. See that building right there? That's an office building. See that there?
All right, that's clear.
East Pilsen. I'll show you guys around here.
4734.
4734.
I'm clear with a positive.
Okay, Clearwood a positive. All right. Peace time 1911.
Oh, we ain't getting through there. That's blocked. And Market 88 is behind us. 88 Marketplace is behind us. That's the Asian joint. Everybody knows that place. I showed you that, right? Chinatown is to the southeast of us. These are really expensive houses over here. Really expensive.
4650.
See the rooftop decks there? I'm going to show you this place over here.
Clear me so I can log in into my PDT.
You ain't buying a house here. See that place there? That might be $1 million. That one right there. Right there, that might be $1 million. Right?
383 David.
Thank you, Dave.
Are you in Upper and Lower in Chicago and Red Mine?
Uppertake 11938, 11938.
So what these guys do here is they buy multiple buildings and they buy big places like that. See that there? See how that is? There's a rooftop deck up there. You see that whole place? That's probably one person in a whole place. Right, years ago, you could have bought the place, right? Look, I show you. These are nice places. See that there? These people got money over here. East Pilsen. This is where I'm pretty sure we're east of Halstead still. There might be some artists in there. Might be some poor people in there. You never know. I might be wrong. Somebody said they do drug dealing or something over here on Lumber Street, right? Lumber is right over here. I might go home and drop something off, by the way, so we'll see. What'd I say, 7:24 is the sunset? I might go somewhere else. We'll do a sunset since it's cloudy from the river. I'll show you a river spot around here. Canal Port. Asians buying up a lot of these properties. Everybody knows there's an Asian mob, right? Just like there's Italian mob, Irish mob, black mob, Hispanic mobs and cartels, right? Everybody knows the tent city under here, right? So those orange tents, those are expensive. Look those up. Those are really expensive tents right there. I knew those tents, right? The last time I was here, the guy was messing with me. Look at that, they're building up the whole thing over there. We'll go see what's going on at the 23rd Street shelter. We haven't been there for a while. So we'll go see what they're doing over there. 24, right, is the sunset? We'll do the sunset from the river. How about that? It's Halstead. We're going south on Halstead. That's Cermak right up in front of us. Maybe I'll go get a coffee from Steak and Egger. That might be fun. That way, do it now then later. That way I go to sleep later. Everybody knows this used to be the migrant shelter over here, right? There's a bunch of people out there. So it's a mixed shelter now. Men, women, migrants, and Americans. But I've heard from people that are here that it's mostly migrants still over here. 23rd and Halston. And this, I hear, is hooked up with Byron Sitchko, right? That's the alderman here, right? Right there, right? That's a shelter right there. Most of the people in that shelter are migrants. I've showed you in the back here. They got a ton of places in the back, right?
All right,
They don't need to be out there in the front.
Located at Irving Park in Lakeshore Drive northbound. Elaine Hall says the male white in a wheelchair sitting on the exit ramp and yelling for an unknown reason. Anybody available to take a look?
3215, put that on my box.
There's a whole area in the back, and they don't need to be sitting in the front of there, hanging out, right? There you go. So there you go. You got guys that just got out of that car. You see that there? They're not workers because the workers got a parking garage in the back. Hey, what's up, Nicole? So you just seen guys getting out of that car, going over to the homeless shelter. I get it. People have cars and they're homeless. I get it. But I don't know. That looks like a pretty nice car there, don't it? That looks like a nice car. There you go. You just seen it right in front of your own eyes. I don't know what else to tell you. They're going to go into the homeless shelter right there. There you go. That's what happens when you drive around, go to different places, right? That's a homeless migrant shelter. Those guys most likely were migrants there.
For units into the city with the first with an A 4700 South Lakeshore Drive, southbound, male unknown. Navy blue work overalls, walking in the right shoulder, the lane with a long knife, possibly a machete.
Ooh.
And nothing further, second issue from 7.
Machete on Lakeshore Drive. There you go. Machete on Lakeshore Drive, huh?
South Lakeshore Drive.
3212, I'll take a look at it.
Thank you.
So those are homeless people, supposedly, or some shelter, right? And like I said, that's just seeing those guys going in there, right? We're gonna 724, right? (23rd and Halsey). This is where the kid died, Gene Carlos, right? 5-year-old kid. That's the that's where the kid. Oh man, that's where they hang out right over there. There's a bunch of people over there. Oh, hey, see? Here, let me show you this. 24. All right, we're gonna do sunset, right? We're gonna find the sun. We're gonna do a sunset because the sunset's at 24 today. We're gonna take a pause for 5 minutes to do the sunset, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what's going on. Oh, sorry about that. And I'll show you the ridiculousness and how you can see that the management of these areas is very, very. It's what we were talking about yesterday at the Chocolate Dreams place, right? At the Bloomer factory, abandoned one, where the city actually puts the garbage cans out. So that means the city is approving the drug use in the tent city, right? And I'll show you this. This is a privately run. This is a private / Chicago shelter right there, right?
All right.
Oh, where I gotta go? Oh, I gotta go back.
Take 1051 1051.
We're doing sunset, right?
4213.
I'll take you to sunset. I'll show you a spot over here.
Okay.
If we can get in there, so.
For units in, 3 in the city with sudden progress, 314 East 70th Street, 314 East 70. Tail black line female. They're outside the home refusing to leave. Female is screaming in the background. No weapons seen, nothing further. Their dishes from 7.
Most dangerous calls is domestic, right? Sunset, right? 724 is the sunset tonight.
7383, Adam.
That's right, Adam.
Yeah, it's my 2 event number is 79 in the red, upper and lower.
Hello.
We got 1 minute, 2 minutes. There's somebody back here, huh? Well, watch out. There was somebody a bunch of people were living back here at one time.
Lower, take 12079.
That's what they do.
Looks like they're dumping cars now back here, huh? And they're dumping cars. That's what's happening, right? Or they're fishing. There's a guy down there fishing, right? How about that for a sunset, right? Sunset's the other way, right? I don't know. I can't get down there because that guy kind of blocked my way there, right? We'll try to get down there, right? There you go. Sunset. There we go. We made it. 7:24 sunset under the bridge. How about that? Take a little break. Listen to some radio calls. Right. 7:24 sunset. Don't come down here driving. You can fall into the river here. There's no guardrails here. Don't fool around here. Don't fool around. Sunset 7:24. I believe, right? That's what they said. Oh, 34. So we got 10 minutes. Oh, man. Well, I got here early. Should I move up a little bit or should I have the bridge like that? Yeah, it's nice with the bridge like that, right? We'll do it. We'll back up just a hair bit. So if you want to take a screenshot and say, hey, man, I was watching some sunset on some scary-ass bridge. There you go. This is a scary-ass bridge. It's cleaned out now. It used to be dangerous here, but now it's clean. It used to be really bad down here. I think there was actually a rapist or a murderer that was hiding down here.
3215.
So we're doing sunset. Sunset tonight's at 7:34 p.m.
This is so one call.
We're looking towards the horizon.
All right, show me a citizen of citizen. Hold on 1 second.
Take time.
North Broadway was trying to catch up with a CTA bus, but they left their phone on it.
Okay, I'll put you on it. You done over there for the check the well-being?
Not yet. I haven't made it over there yet.
Okay, no problem.
7:34 sunset tonight. Let's get out of here, huh? Let's go see what's going on. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Let's go. Yeah, watch. You can drop off. There's a ledge right there. You see that? The river is right there. That's the Chicago River. Right there. You see that there? You can fall right off. So don't be coming here doing hot dog and stuff. You kind of get what I'm trying to tell you? That's the edge of the river. You see that right there? You can fall right into it. Don't fool around out here. This is not tourist areas, okay? Don't do tourism over here, right? Hey, they cleaned this place up. It was really bad. There was a couple of meth heads or drug addicts living right here in a trailer. They cleaned it up pretty nice. Now it looks like somebody, that car just left, right? Somebody was sleeping in that car. Remember when we came? And it's a shame. People come here, look. They fly dump. See that here? See how it is? People are nasty. See that how nasty people are? There's cameras everywhere. This whole area was an encampment here at one time. Moved over here, you see that? All right, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to the red line. I might have to do something real quick. I'm gonna move something around. There's a little rattling in my back here. Everybody knows where I'm at, correct? It's Connie's Pizza. Everyone knows where Connie's Pizza is, right? Say that's Connie's Pizza right there. Yeah, it's on the radio, so it's public. And honestly, the police put me in danger multiple times with gangbangers, so I don't owe them nothing. If it's a secret mission, then it shouldn't be on the radio. I gotta check something in my back here because it's rattling, and then we'll get out of here, right? That's Connie's Pizza. Have you never been there? We'll see if that works. Let's move. Nah, I don't go that way. I go by the First Amendment. They block me, then they violate my rights. They want to be secret, then they keep it off the radio. That's where we're going to disagree from, my brother. I'm talking to somebody on another scanner. I've been doing this for over 20 years, longer than any of you on the internet. I don't like to be told what to do. Let's move. That's it. I don't like people telling me not to put public information on it. I just got a message about that covert operation on Sangamon. Someone saying, oh, you need to take it off the internet. No, it's in a public space. It's public. I'm not taking nothing off. That's censoring. I don't do censoring. I believe in the First Amendment. If you want something to be secret, then you don't put it on a public page, right? Period. That's how life goes, right? If you want, what did I say earlier about me? If I have a secret, I ain't gonna say it on here, right? That's the point. I might go drop something off. Something's rattling in my back, and I don't want to rattle. I'm gonna go over to my spot, drop something off here. All right, if something comes up live, I'll go back on live. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the sunset. I'm going to go drop some off, do a couple of errands, and then I might go back on live. If something comes up, then I'll plug you guys all in. Bye. Thanks for watching.